Hello everyone, and welcome to my Snowflake Ironman. I made a list of every equipable item in old school RuneScape, then I cut out the holiday items, instanced items, etc., and then separated the rest into different tiers of difficulty: easy, medium, and hard. I then made a randomizer to randomly select the items to go into each equipment slot. My challenge is to wear all of the equipment that was chosen by the randomizer. However, there's a catch. With the exception of certain quest items and clue task items, I can only equip my goal items. Also, after completing a set of equipment, I can choose one item to keep, and then I have to drop the rest of the items. My goal is to complete 3 gear sets for each of the 3 tiers of items. Welcome to Gears Only. Here we are to select our first round of easy tier equipment. So the way that this works is you can see all of the equipment slots, and I will delete from 3 to 1, and whatever item is showing there whenever I delete 1, that will be the item we have to collect. So let's start off with our helm slot. 3, 2, 1. Guthix Halo, okay, so doing some little bit of last man standing. That may take a while, but that's doable, I think. I have a few, I think I have 1 win on my main. That's alright, we'll check out the next one. Next one's a cape slot. 3, 2, 1. Yellow cape, very easy. Very easy, shouldn't be a problem there. Let's move on to amulet slot, okay. 3, 2, 1. Witchwood icon, maybe some Slayer levels needed. Let's see. I just looked it up, definitely some Slayer levels. Alright, well let's continue on to the ammo slot. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Guamtar, that's a good one. That is easy. That is easy to acquire, I believe. I haven't used Guamtar in a long time, but we'll see. Continuing on, this one is 2-handed weapons. So 3, 2, 1. Willow Shortbow, that's achievable. Very easy to achieve. Alright, let's move on to our 1-handed weapon. Okay, not an Iron Hasta, not a Skull Scepter. Dorgashan 3, 2, 1. Steel Warhammer, we can do that. We can find one of those somewhere. Surely we could find one of those in the land of Gielinor. Continuing on to top, our chest plate. Let's see. 3, 2. Tribal top brown. That must be a Taibua One-Eye area, I'm guessing. We'll see. We've got time to figure these things out. Moving on to our shield slot. Here we go. 2, 1. Any clue shield. Alright, I do love clue scrolls. How many shield? Okay, there's a lot of the trimmed and possibly H something shield. H1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that one doesn't sound too bad. Onto the legs. 3, 2, 1. Builder's trousers. Is that from... That's gotta be the construction mini game thing. Alright, possibly find some planks to use that. Okay, let's move on to gloves. 3, 2, 1. Flame tar. That's just an enchanted something. Not too bad. Very doable. Very doable so far. Continuing. 3, 2, 1. Oh, graceful boots Courant. That should be fine. We'll see. So far, I haven't found anything that I think is gonna like kill the account or anything. I know in the higher levels we have some more very specific items that could take a very long time to grind out, but for this easy tier it's pretty doable. But we'll see. There are some ringers in here that may help us out. Let's move on to our ring. 3, 2, our last piece. 1. Sapphire ring. Absolutely, we can do that. We can get this done. Well, here we have it, everyone. Our final gear for the first easy tier. Nothing too hard in here, I don't think. But the Guthix Halo, that could take a while. Any clue shield, I'm excited about that one. I love doing clue scrolls. I hope we can get a lot of other items that may help us in our future tiers. But what else here? Our main weapon is going to be a steel warhammer, and it doesn't look like we have any armor to really help us out there. Not much attack bonus, but that's all right. We'll get to it. Let's see how it goes. So here are all of the items I need to get, and here's how I can achieve them. So some of the ones that seem most daunting to start off, I'd say, are the Witchwood Icon, requiring 35 Slayer, and the 50 Marks of Grace plus 100% all Corinne flavor for the Graceful Boots. So let's get started. I think I'll try to start off on something easy. And I think out of all of these, the easiest might be the 41 GP Yellow Cape from Varrock. So I think that's where we'll start off. Let's just pickpocket a few men to get some starting GP. Okay. With members, let's start pickpocketing. Try to get just enough money to afford a Yellow Cape, 41 GP. A thieving level at a little extra gold, and it's time to make our way to Varrock. And here we are in Varrock finally to buy our first item. We'll trade Asif. Slowly, we'll get there. And there it is, the Yellow Cape, 41 coins. We'll take it. We'll take all you've got. Here we are for the first item on this account, the Yellow Cape. Iconic, truly. I'm sure it'll be replaced. I don't think it'll be one that I'll keep. But then again, I'm not sure if there's any other item that I'd truly like to keep. So here we are for now, just rocking our first item, the Yellow Cape. With the Yellow Cape achieved, that means we can mark it off of our list and start working towards our next item, which is going to be the Steel Warhammer. Now, the Steel Warhammer has a couple of ways I could go about it. One could be to smith it my own, but I think the easiest way would be to start the Giant Dwarf quest and work my way over to Keldagrim. That way I can buy a Steel Warhammer from Vigor's Warhammers for 832 coins. You can tell from my inventory of cowhide that I was out killing some cows. I was punching them to death because I do need 5 attack to wield the Steel Warhammer. And then eventually I will also need 20 crafting to make the Sapphire ring. So I was working on cows, also raising some crafting levels, when I came across a beginner scroll, I believe from a goblin that I may have killed in passing. And thankfully the first step was pretty easy, just buying an iron dagger and giving it to Charlie. But let's continue on, let's see where this beginner clue leads us. And there's the casket on our first beginner clue. Let's go ahead and punch this rat. I decided to make my way over to Al-Kharid for some reason, to be the opening of our first beginner clue. And of course I missed the actual opening, but there we go. have a steel plate body, a couple of chaos runes, and a steel axe. That should give us more than enough money to purchase our steel warhammer. Off to Keldegrim. And here we are, after starting the giant dwarf quest. We can finally trade for the steel warhammer, 832 coins. We've got it. I'll take one, please. Gosh, the longest cutscene. I hope you guys didn't get too bored. Keep your attention span here. Need that watch time. Here's our steel warhammer, the second of our items. Looking all beautiful with the yellow cape, steel warhammer. Oh, let's just take a moment, admire, watch the unnecessary quests. I'm unable to complete this quest as I don't have the magic level required, but I figured I'd go ahead and take a few steps in. Up next, I'm thinking we'll go for the sapphire ring. We've already been working on some crafting levels. It shouldn't be too far away. Let's get into it. It was not too far away. I finished up Goblin Diplomacy and the Dwarf Cannon quest. Those got me up to 11 crafting, along with some of the crafting we had done earlier. And I decided to spin flax for the rest. But if you take a look at the chat box, you'll see I got insanely lucky with the Pillory Guard, giving me an uncut sapphire right as I make my way to 20 crafting. In just a moment. There it is, 20 crafting. So now we can make our way to Al-Kharid, get a ring mold, and we'll be done with yet another item. Here we are in Al-Kharid. I thought I was slick by bringing just the exact amount of gold to make it, and then I realized I have to buy the ring mold. So back to the bank again.
You fucking donkey!
And here we are at the furnace with our ring mold, with our chisel to cut the sapphire. There it is. And now we can finally make our sapphire ring. 20 crafting for this. And it looks fantastic. There we go. And guys, this is going to be the last item for today's video. I realized I forgot to mark off the steel warhammer. Let's do both the steel warhammer and the sapphire ring at the same time. And here it is. No longer just the cape, but also the steel warhammer and the 20 crafting sapphire ring. And everyone, that's going to be it for today's video. The first episode of my first YouTube series ever. It is Gear Only Ironman. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I know this is really my first video that I've ever actually edited. So I know it's probably quite sloppy in certain areas, but you know, hopefully as I keep practicing, I'll get better and better. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching. Hope you enjoy. Hope you stay around. Have a good one.